like your shoes. Oh, yeah, thanks. I drew on them in Ken. Mrs. Loretta would be mad. She'd be mad if we inhaled wrong. You have practice today? I skipped. We watched film yesterday and Coach says my footwork's off. She always says that. She's not wrong.
Can I get you anything, hon?
Tea, please?
You got it.
So, do you know what you're gonna do after high school?
Not really. The guidance counselor keeps asking me about college. I panicked and told her I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Well, do you?
No, I just couldn't think of anything real. It's like, forgot every word except ocean.
Yeah. She's been asking me for my essay. I wrote 3, but I deleted all of them.
What were they about?
Just stuff you're supposed to say about teamwork and overcoming adversity, you know?
Yeah. You got work tonight?
No, not till Saturday. You?
I walk Mrs. Kroll's dogs after school. They pay me in cookies and cash, so.
That's nice.
Do you remember that time at the pep rally when we hid in the bathroom? You said that the mascot smelled like wet dog.
Because it did.
We sat on the sinks and ate Skittles and made up stories about everyone in our class.
You were convinced that Tommy Jenkins was secretly a 40-year-old.
He looked like my uncle.
He still kind of does.
Thanks. I almost didn't text you.
I almost didn't answer.
Feels weird being here. Feels like waiting outside of the principal's office.
Or the nurse. When you know that you're gonna throw up.
I wanted to meet because there isn't another time.
We still have 3 months.
Then what? You go somewhere, I go somewhere else. We never pass each other again.
Maybe that's how it should be.
Thought about writing you a note, like 8th grade, or standing outside your house like that movie with a boombox. Your mom probably would have called the cops.
He definitely would have.
I don't really know how to start.
Then don't.
I don't want to not.
Okay, well then say something.
Did you ever get my text? The one, hey, can we talk?
Yeah, I saw them.
Never said anything.
I didn't know what I was supposed to say. Or if I should.
I just thought maybe you didn't see them or you changed your phone number. Not gonna lie, I kinda wish you had.
No, it never changed. So do you still talk with anybody from our old friend group, or?
Not really. I mean, people say hi or they like things on Instagram. It's not talking.
Yeah, same.
Do you ever think about that summer?
It was hot.
I replay things, the day at the pool, the bonfire, the text chain, over and over.
Must be exhausting.
It is. It's like watching a video of yourself and wanting to go through the screen and shake yourself, but you can't. I'm sorry, I didn't bring you here to make you feel sorry for me.
You just don't know how not to.
Everything this year is about moving on. Senior year goes by fast. Don't forget to sign up for FAFSA. But it feels like I can't move on without going back.
But why now?
Because we're gonna graduate, and if I don't say this now, it'll just sit there forever. I'll go to some college and be in some lecture hall and still feel like I'm in Mrs. Loretto's class with you not looking at me.
You really think that whatever you're about to say is gonna fix that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But you should hear it from me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you what I should have back then. Even if it makes me look bad, because it's worse if I don't. I want the words to land right, not trip out of me like an accident.
Words never land right.
You're still doing that? You used to cover your desk and homeroom like little paper snowstorms.
Yeah. It's easier than listening to Mr. James talk about cell division.
You used to make me a pile and tell me that there were tickets to the weekend.
Why did you want to meet here? Of all places.
Because it felt right, felt neutral. Because if you walked out, I wouldn't be in your house or in a hallway. I would just be here with coffee or a piece of pie.
So you prepared for me to walk out?
Yeah.
It feels like you're waiting for permission.
Maybe I am.
Well, you don't need it.
Then why is it so hard? I used to think that if I ever got you here across from me, the words would just come out, but they don't. They just sit in my chest like stones, and the more I try to move them, they just hurt more.
Maybe that's how it should be. Don't.
Sorry,
Stop apologizing for existing.
I know what I did. I know I broke something, but I need to ask you, have you really not thought about me since?
I've thought about you every day, but it's not the same as missing you.
Fair. I told them something. Something you told me, a piece of you that wasn't mine to share. I shrank it down in my head, made it into this small little thing, like a throwaway, like passing a note in class. I laughed when I said it. I thought if I kept it small enough, if I kept my voice light enough, it wouldn't matter. It would just drift away and vanish.
But it didn't.
No, it didn't. it stuck, it grew, and I stood there watching it grow, pretending like I wasn't the cause, like I wasn't the match.
Just say it.
When they started, I stood there and I didn't try to stop it. I filmed it. I filmed you.
Not only that.
I posted it.
Where?
TikTok. Sent it to a couple people. I thought it was private. It wasn't.
Views.
A lot. I stopped looking.
How much was it the last time you looked? Hundreds? Thousands? How many?
Last I remember was 66,000.
Comments.
Yeah.
Read any of those comments, and then imagine those same words popping up on my phone in the middle of math class, on my drive home from school, on the couch next to my mom. Or better even, imagine my mom reading them when she thought that I was asleep.
I took it down.
Yeah, but after how long?
Hours, maybe a day.
That's still plenty of time to save it.
I know.
Did you save it?
No, I swear.
Well, because my friends did. They sent it to my cousins. They sent it to a group chat with my name and a really, really rude comment after it.
I'm sorry.
Really small word for a huge mess up.
I know, I keep running out of words.
Really? Because you really didn't seem to then.
I wanted them to not hate me. I wanted to be on the inside of their circle. I didn't know how to stop it, so I pretended it was nothing. I laughed. I'm sick when I remember it all. I can still hear it.
What did I sound like?
What?
In your video, what did I sound like?
Quiet?
Yeah, I was quiet. I was trying to appear smaller in their eyes so they'd leave me alone. Because we've always been told that if you just seem smaller, if you just act like none of it bothers you, if you don't give them anything to work with, then your bullies will get bored and they'll leave you alone. But that didn't happen, and they just kept going. And when I finally did look up, past all the laughing faces and past all the people pointing, I saw you. And you weren't just standing there. And you weren't frozen. You were laughing with them, and you were holding up your phone. Jordan, you were part of it. You were my best friend. You were supposed to be the one who was gonna pull me out of the fire, but instead, you chose to pour gasoline. That's the picture I can't erase. Not the crowd. Not the comments. You.
I hate myself, and I know that's not worth a thing to you, but I wake up and it's there. I go to work and it's there. I hear a laugh in the hallway and it's there. I'm stuck between before I did it and who I've been ever since, and That break in the middle is what I did to you.
That break in the middle is where I've lived ever since.
Tell me what to do.
I'm not your mom.
Please, I'll do anything. I'll go to every person who shared it and I'll tell them that it was me. I'll stand in the hallway and say it out loud. I'll take whatever comes.
It's just a speech. It's not a plan.
Then make it a plan.
Don't hand me something to fix that you broke.
I'm not handing it to you. I'm asking where to start.
Start with the truth. Start outside of this booth. Stand where you stood. In the cafeteria. On the stairs. Every place that you filmed me. And say what really happened. And say it again when people laugh. And then again. And then again. Until your throat becomes raw. That's a start.
I'll do it. For real. Not for show. I won't post it. Anything.
It's an inch.
I knew it would hurt you when I told them. When I reached for my phone. I knew and I did it anyway. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. I chose the laugh over you.
That's the first honest thing you've said this entire conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The real kind. I'm sorry I broke what we had. I'm sorry I took your private life and made it a game. I'm sorry I watched you try to shrink yourself and I didn't do anything about it. I'm sorry I ever pressed send.
I don't forgive you.
I know. I know.
Honestly, I don't think I ever will.
Okay.
Now you've said the thing, and I've heard it.
Okay.
Just don't expect any sort of applause.
I don't. Let me.
No. I'm paying for mine, you pay for yours. And also, you don't get to text me after this and ask if we're okay.
I won't. Riley? Thank you for sitting here with me.
I heard it. That doesn't mean it erases anything. But I know you said it. But don't mistake this as forgiveness.
Hi, I'm Robbie Lashwa, lead pastor at Palmcroft Church. Forgiveness is such an important component of our Christian faith. And actually, forgiveness is a facet of love. 1 John 4:19 says that we love because he first loved us. Love is something that God has for us, but he also commands us to love others. The greatest commandment is to love God with all of our heart, soul, strength, and mind, and to love our neighbors as ourselves. One of the descriptors that we find about love comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and it says this: "Love does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own. It's not provoked. Does not take into account a wrong suffered." Forgiveness is important because to be loving towards somebody is to be forgiven, to not take into account a wrong that is suffered. You remember when Peter asked Jesus, "How often should I forgive?" And Jesus said, "You should forgive 70 times 7. Peter thought 7 times was enough. 7 times 7 was enough. And Jesus said, no, 70 times 7. Continually forgive. Because we're called to be like Jesus. We're to be holy as he is holy. And one of the things we're called to do is love. And forgiveness is part of being loving. Another thing that's important about forgiveness is that forgiving someone else for a wrong they've done to us is freeing. It saves us from having an embittered spirit. One of the things that is so important about forgiveness is to remember that it's not just for the benefit of the person that you're forgiving. It's also for the benefit of the forgiver. You don't want to be somebody who's holding grudges, who's angry, who's letting the harm someone else caused you grow into a root of bitterness in your life. We're supposed to forgive because it's loving towards others, but Jesus also knew that we're supposed to forgive because it's good and it's healthy for our souls.